Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the turbulent waters of American history to explore the most hated presidents in US history. This isn't about personal opinions or political leanings, we're examining actions, policies, and controversies that made some presidents infamous. Buckle up as we uncover the stories behind the 10 most hated commanders-in-chief. Will your least favorite make the list? Stick around to find out. Richard Nixon. The man who opened China, created the EPA, but also, well, Watergate. The break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in 1972. Was Nixon directly involved? Maybe, maybe not. Did his administration try to cover it up? Absolutely. The scandal, revealed through tenacious reporting and those infamous tapes, eroded public trust. Facing impeachment, Nixon chose resignation instead. Andrew Johnson, who became president after Lincoln's assassination, inherited a deeply divided nation post-Civil War. His vision of Reconstruction clashed with radical Republicans in Congress. Johnson opposed granting rights to freed slaves and pardoned former Confederates, angering those seeking justice. This ideological clash led to his impeachment by the House, though he narrowly avoided removal by the Senate. George W. Bush's presidency will forever be linked to the 9/11 attacks and the subsequent War on Terror. His decision to invade Iraq in 2003, based on claims of weapons of mass destruction that turned out to be unfounded, proved deeply divisive. The long, costly war, coupled with the handling of Hurricane Katrina and the 2008 financial crisis, sparked intense criticism and tarnished his legacy. Herbert Hoover, remembered as the president during the start of the Great Depression, faced an economic catastrophe unlike any America had seen. While the stock market crash of 1929 wasn't his doing, his policies, seen as inadequate and out of touch, led many to blame him for the crisis. Hoovervilles, shantytowns built by desperate Americans, became a stark symbol of his presidency. James Buchanan, often ranked as one of the worst presidents, led a nation teetering on the edge of civil war. His belief that the federal government couldn't prevent secession and inability to find compromise hastened the nation's descent into conflict. By the time he left office, 7 states had seceded and the nation was on the brink of war. Warren G. Harding's presidency marked a return to normalcy after World War I, but quickly became synonymous with corruption. The Teapot Dome scandal involved leasing oil reserves for bribes, exposing deceit at the highest levels of government. Harding, not directly implicated, faced accusations of ignoring rampant cronyism. Donald Trump. A presidency of controversy. Donald Trump's single term as president was tumultuous. From his America First policies to his inflammatory rhetoric and use of social media, Trump's presidency was polarizing. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, his impeachment, and the January 6th attack all contributed to a divisive legacy. Franklin Pierce. Fanning the flames of sectionalism. Franklin Pierce, a staunch supporter of states' rights and the expansion of slavery, signed the Kansas-Nebraska Act into law, which allowed for popular sovereignty to decide the fate of slavery in these territories. This decision ignited a firestorm of violence and chaos in Kansas, known as Bleeding Kansas, further deepening the divide between North and South. Millard Fillmore. Enforcing the Fugitive Slave Act. Millard Fillmore, who ascended to the presidency after the death of Zachary Taylor, is often remembered for his support of the Compromise of 1850, specifically the Fugitive Slave Act. This deeply controversial law required citizens in free states to assist in the capture and return of runaway slaves, further inflaming tensions between the North and South. Andrew Jackson. The Trail of Tears and Native American removal. Andrew Jackson, known for his military victories and populist appeal, also carries a dark legacy: the forced removal of Native American tribes. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the tragic Trail of Tears, resulting in widespread suffering and death. So there you have it, 10 presidents whose legacies remain complex and controversial. History is never black and white. These presidents were products of their time, shaped by political, social, and economic forces. Learn from their successes and failures, and strive for a more just society. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting content.